The Jenkins School Board responds to a lawsuit brought by a banned social media personality. And we'll talk about ways to keep your heart healthy and happy. I'm Jerry Scott, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. The Jenkins School Board and other defendants have responded to a podcaster's lawsuit by denying any wrongdoing and asking a judge to toss the case out. Elizabeth Jones is suing district and several individuals affiliated with it after she received a letter from the board's attorney banning her from the district's schools and district-sponsored events. The letter said the reason for the ban was that she made unspecified social media posts that were considered harassment. Jones filed a federal lawsuit alleging that the district was retaliating against her for exercising her First Amendment rights and violated her rights to due process. In the answer, the defendants say the complaint fails to state a valid legal claim and raise multiple defenses, including immunity protections for government officials, lack of jurisdiction for some claims, and failure by the plaintiff to exhaust administrative remedies. In a motion to dismiss the case, the board says courts in similar cases have found that citizens, including parents, do not have a liberty or property interest in accessing school property. Jones will have the opportunity to respond before the judge determines whether or not the case proceeds against any or all defendants. Hearts are a major symbol of February, with Valentine's Day coming in the middle of the month. That also makes it a good time to focus on heart health. Nick spoke with Pike County's public health director to find out what you need to know.
The Pike County Health Department wants to remind everyone that February is Heart Health Month and the ways in which to improve personal heart health. Methods such as routinely checking blood pressure and fat intake can go a long way for improving cardiac functions. Public Health Director Tammy Riley gives us more details.
According to the American Heart Association, they would like for the general population to know their cholesterol, where their cholesterol numbers are, blood pressure, and weight, where their BMI fits. So we want to encourage people to see their primary care doctors, have those annual visits, and know your numbers. So American Heart Association recommends cholesterol to be under 200. They look at HDLs and LDLs. I like to refer to them as happy day lipids and little devil lipids, but overall to keep your cholesterol under 200. And like looking at your fasting blood glucose, the American Heart Association recommends under 100 fasting. And then looking at your BMI between 18.5 to about 25.
Riley also suggests a change in diet can result in positive health changes. Whole foods are a good place to start when looking at other options.
Well, it's certainly healthy to, when you're looking at your diet, to consider whole foods, whole healthy foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, things of that nature. Looking at the types of fats that you're consuming, good fats like that come from avocado, for example, versus fats that are not as healthy on the heart.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
Coming up after the break, wrestling came back to the old Virgie School gym Saturday night. We'll bring you a look when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
What's up, everyone? I'm Jacob Cheney, and here's a look at what's happening around the region in sports. We'll start in Huntington, where the University of Pikeville men's and women's track and field teams competed in the two-day Marshall Jewel City Invite this weekend. Friday highlighted several record-breaking performances led by Zach Mason, who cleared 1.93 meters in the high jump. That mark earned him fourth place, set a new school record and a personal best, and was a top jump among all Division I competitors. Josh Martinez also made history, setting a new school record in the 1 mile run with a time of 4 minutes, 33.71 seconds. On the women's side, Carly Osborne broke the school record in the 400 meters, and the 4x400 relay team capped the meet by setting another school record to close things out strong. The Bears will be back in action next weekend at the Center Indoor Invite in Danville, Kentucky. Elsewhere, Marshall's women's basketball earned its 20th win of the season with an 88-81 comeback victory over Central Michigan. Tamaya Lewis-Utsi led the way with a career-high 36 points, helping the Herd pull away in the second half for their 7th road win of the year. That's your sports recap for today. I'm Jacob Cheney, and always, thanks for watching.
when the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Hey Appalachia, we should probably admit this. We're kinda obsessed with you. The mountains, the back roads, the small towns, and the people. We've been everywhere together. At Appalachian Wireless, we built a network just for you, with local people who actually answer the phone. Can you imagine that? So this February, why settle for temporary with a big carrier who doesn't really know you? Go with the one who's loyal, local, and totally in love with Appalachia. Appalachian Wireless. So this connection, it's the real deal. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Heroes and Heels brought body slams and beatdowns back to the Virgie Gym Saturday as professional wrestling made its return to the Nest. Sheldon brings us a look at an event that continues to grow by leaps and bounds.
Virgie, Kentucky is maybe one of my favorite places. I just love to go there and see everybody and all the cool faces.
I love those Kentucky fans too.
Yes, sir.
It was another wild ride for wrestling Saturday night in Virgie as Kentucky Championship Wrestling once again returned to the Virgie Gym in title bout form.
It's February coming. We're back at the Nest in Virgie. The music's playing. The people are crowding in. Concessions is full. Work tables are full. We never really thought that we would grow this big, this quick. But the community has been so outpouring to us. And they've just taken us in. And we've taken them as well.
After first coming together in June of last year for the first event, Hampton tag teamed again with Kelly Michaels, founder of the Virgie-based organization The Nest, for Saturday's return.
There is a sense of nostalgia in this gym already. And now that we've transformed our production element, it reminds me so much of the early 90s of wrestling in the late 80s. You would go in the National Guard auditoriums, it's all smoky and the lights are dim and there's only lights above the ring. And we've had a lot of comments that I say, oh my gosh, I feel like this is the show that my dad brought me to.
Locals flocked into Virgie for the championship wrestling event, and Hampton's seen it before, having once been a promoter for the renowned NWA.
That's what we want here. We want the classic and the old school wrestling here. We're not about the whole cursing and stuff like that. We're family friendly, and we're here to create memories with families.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Jerry Scott for Mountaintop News.